Alright, we are at the intersection of Central Avenue and Harvard Drive, Southeast Albuquerque. I'm with my best friend, Kim.
Hi! And we are about to take a tour of
I-40, and you're good to go.
And it's a tour in the rain for dramatic effect.
And mainly the dramatic effect is that we haven't got very much rain. We didn't get any rain at all the past few weeks here in Albuquerque, or pretty much everywhere in New Mexico is dry the past few weeks.
Our state is thirsty. But it's being watered now. Hallelujah.
And of course I am using my Sony DSC WX50, not my iPod Touch, because now I've got the battery charged again.
Good, good. Just for the tour?
Actually, for the most part I do use this camera, but if my camera battery is already dead and I have to charge it and I'm like in a hurry and I'm taking a video, that's when I use the iPod Touch. And then you turn right here.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
In the right turn lane, after this car gets out of our way.
Uh-oh, we got two cars. Here we go.
This video is dedicated to elevator times, Gimli elevators, TTNG IDOC, and Diesel Ducey.
How about Kit Kat?
Yeah, also dedicated to Kim.
And to Kit Kat.
Meow!
Ooh, that was like a Kit Kat howl. The cat and the coyote combined. Meow. That's a Lobo cat.
Everyone's a Lobo. Meow! Meow! Meow!
Aw, cute lady.
And now here we are on University Boulevard, and we are headed towards the interstate.
There we go. You'll give me directions, right, Matt? You know how to get lost.
Yeah. And it looks like we're passing a Dodge Challenger to our left.
Oh, beat you. It's a race, right?
Well, it wasn't really a race because it looked like that Charger was going to be turning left in it at that light.
I thought I was going fast for one.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a downpour up in Los Alamos.
Ooh, or a snowstorm.
Well, at least like this is getting towards winter, so like rain tends to fall more lightly at this time of year than versus during the summertime. So no, like summertime is when, or in like climates that are usually warm year round is when we more likely to get downpours. But as you can see, it's like falling pretty lightly.
It's very nice.
And I do love the rain. I'm glad we're finally getting it.
Happy. All those little trees and plants out there are happy to see with it.
Well, at least this summer we had a much better monsoon season compared to last year where we basically got nothing. And I do remember that Last year we had the Los Conchas fire, the biggest wildfire in New Mexico history, and that was during that year where we basically had no monsoon at all following it.
Wow, they're getting more water. I hope it's a change.
But fortunately, for those of you who haven't lived in New Mexico, Los Alamos remained intact from last year's fire. Versus in 2000 when a few structures burned. And I would like to say thank you, firefighters, for protecting Los Alamos during Los Conchas last year.
Thank you, firefighters. I second that. Thank you. How close are we getting, Matt?
Well, we can see a flyover right off in the distance, and
is that it? Is that I-40?
yeah, that's one of the flyover ramps from I-25 to from 25 south to 40 east.
There we go. You'll tell me how to get on, right?
Yeah, I love this interchange. And of course, Kimmy, you're in the right lane. You're in the correct lane to get onto the interstate.
The right lane is the right lane?
Yeah.
Junction.
And then you actually get into the right turn lane. Alright, we're about to get onto Interstate 40 eastbound.
There we go.
If only that light would turn green.
Come on, like, we got a tour to take.
I see the other one.
Of the best interstate in New Mexico.
Yep, we got green lighted.
Green light, go. Here we go, drum roll.
Yeah, and here we go on the 40 east. And we ought to have more windshield wipers.
Yes, for the sake of the video.
Gimli elevators, what do you think of this? And as for you elevator times, I would like to admit that Albuquerque is cleaner than El Paso. And here we are on the 40. Emma Robertson, what do you think of this?
We gotta be loving it. Freedom on the road. What do you think, Matt? How am I doing on it?
Yeah, very good.
Doing the road justice?
Yeah, I think we're going about somewhere between 60 and 65 miles an hour.
You would be correct. Going exactly 62 miles per hour.
Yeah, even though this interstate has been redone 3 years ago, I think a lot of people still like to go under the speed limit a little bit on this interstate.
They're still a little timid.
Yeah, but I remember a few times when I was driving on this, there'd be a lot of cars flying past me at around 70 or over, and I would be going the speed limit. Elevator times, what do you think of this?
Pretty road.
And the exit we want is exit 165.
165. How many exits do you have left?
After this one, we've got Wyoming Boulevard, and then we have Eubank.
So should I start getting over?
Yeah, get into the get over one lane to the right.
Okay.
After this car passes by.
Thank you.
And this has got to be one of my favorite interstates in the country.
What number is it? The top end.
This is Interstate 40 eastbound through Albuquerque.
But if you were to rank it,
I would give this a 10.
a 10 out of
10 out of 10.
9.
Well, it looks like that Mazda that just passed us is going a little over 70 miles an hour.
Ooh.
And I think we're going about just a little over 65,
Ooh.
which is a speed limit.
Going crazy now. Okay, back down to 63. Safe and sound.
Well, then of course police officers usually allow motorists to go a little over the speed limit.
Shoot, so let's do it, yeah? 75, here we come.
No, not 75 though.
How much?
I think maybe officers would start pulling people over if they go more than 5 over the limit.
So 69?
Maybe,
70?
well, not too fast for this condition.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Here we are coming up on to exit 165, Eubank Boulevard. And it appears that this overpass right here was from the late 70s to early 80s. And that's when some of the overpasses along this stretch date back to, because they were gonna for future widening projects and to have this interstate last into the 21st century. And now here we are coming up on to exit 165 Eubank Boulevard.
Did you know they're doing a new overpass over the relief route?
Yeah. I remember when I was driving home from Santa Fe after getting my sister a present, that at that one intersection they were already doing construction, and it was like one lane on each side, speed limit down to 35 there. And have they already started did they already start the overpass?
Yeah, it's almost done.
So what's it look like?
It's nice and pretty. I think you'll approve.
Yeah, what's it look like compared to this interstate right here? I-40 East.
Well, the relief route doesn't look much like I-40 East. But the overpass looks like kind of like that. Just a little narrower.
Is the speed limit gonna be 55 there again?
Hopefully. It makes me late to class every day. All that construction.
Or I do hope that it'll go to 60 or 65 after the interchange is done, because
70.
and it looks like I've got a call from someone. I thought it was one of my friends, and
Instead it is.
I don't want to say for personal reasons.
Privacy.
Yeah.
Confidential information.
And while we're at this red light, you can see a view of the Sandia Mountains. And sorry, that truck on the way, and you could see some retail store off in the distance. It's a shopping area, seems to be like.
And I think I see snow in the distance. Right up on the tippy top. What is snow?
And there was a school bus that just drove past us.
You want me to drive up and we can film these people driving?
No.
Oh.
That may be illegal, and that may be creepy.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do creepy stuff.
No, I'm glad you're here to keep me uncreepified, Matt. Thank you.
Yeah. So now here we are going onto Eubank Boulevard, but we're gonna turn right back onto the freeway. And there's a view of the interstate as seen from this overpass. You can see Equality and Suites. Hopefully we'll get a green light momentarily. Ooh, that light over there is changing to red. Oh no, we didn't get the green arrow. Or why they just do a five light signal on the far left where they just do yield without a green arrow. Where you don't have where those 5 signal lights, you'll just have a green and yellow arrow between the green and yellow lights.
So we'd be able to go right now?
Yeah, if it was safe.
If it was safe. Only if it was safe. Look at it soon. About within 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Uh-oh.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
You got the timing right, Kim.
Thanks, Matt.
And now here we go onto 40 West. Times do you think that Albuquerque is cleaner than El Paso?
Are you guys in the debate right now?
Well, I've actually seen a couple of his videos of him driving on I-10 through El Paso, and there are like parts of the interstate where it's littered.
Oh, not in Albuquerque.
Yeah. And I do have to admit I like this freeway more than I like Interstate 25 because this is a more modern interstate. Like for instance, this stretch was between this exit and exit 167 was mostly redone in 2005. And there's a Presbyterian hospital.
Ooh, get this truck thing. Cool.
And then Kim wants me to get this cute little truck that's gonna exit the interstate at Louisiana.
I want to drive past it. I like it. I think that's what I'm gonna get for my next car.
Yeah. And there's that little truck again. And Kim, did you know that they're building a Target by Uptown?
Nice. We're gonna go to the grand opening.
Yeah, hopefully I can. I don't know if you can see it from here because we're going about 65 miles an hour on an interstate.
Which interstate?
Again, we're on Interstate 40 West. And there's that Marriott Hotel, which I filmed the elevators in December of 2009. Hilton Garden Inn. Hopefully I'm gonna refilm those ThyssenKrupp traction elevators. And then I think the exit I want is University Boulevard.
University? Do I start getting over or not yet?
Maybe I guess you ought to slow down and get over into the other lane. Yeah. NMDOT, I would like to say that you've done a wonderful job fixing up this interstate. It's a much nicer driving experience than the original interstate from the 1960s.
Thank you, NMDOT.
Then of course for those of you...
Family YMCA. YMCA.
I don't know if I can see it from here, but I can see some 3-story office building.
A place for health and community.
My camera just lost focus here. Hopefully it'll get focus again. I want to focus on the road, not those raindrops.
My camera missed the last bit of I-40. How's it doing?
Can't tell.
You can stick it out the window if you need.
Not really.
Okay,
and here's our exit.
I-40. Goodbye, I-40. You did us good.
You know, off in the distance, you could see the famous Big I. You can probably zoom in, get to see the interchange a little bit better. Yeah, you see those flyovers?
Ooh. They did good on the color choice, too.
And for those of you who haven't been to New Mexico, they redid the Big I from 2000 to 2002 because the original interchange, and of course, Kim, you want to go left.
Ooh.
Well, actually, yeah.
Okay, this lane can go left?
Yeah, this lane can also go left too. And then of course, there was this off-ramp going to 25 north, but it looked like it was getting backed up because the 25 can get backed up at peak hour. Or maybe, Kim, you could drop me off near the architecture building since I have plans with a friend.
Yeah.
And meeting up at the sub.
For sure.
Again, there's another look at the Big I. Andrew, what do you think of this?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
Oh, the Big I, or the street we're on right now.
The entire tour.
Well,
Big I,
my favorite part of it was when we were driving on I-40.
Yeah.
And
East or west?
both.
All of it.
And I especially like the parts where it's 8 lanes a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And meaning by 8 lanes is that you have 4 lanes on each side of the freeway.
Equaling 8.
Yeah, and of course, I-40 between Coors and the Big I